Hare Krishna. Yeah. So when they were waiting for Lord Chaitanya to come back, they were tremendously. They were just waiting. Ki when will he come? When will he come? They are just और कुछ नजर नहीं आ रहा है. Nothing else is visible to them. They were so focused that the Lord is going to come. We see this kind of focus. We see in the story in Ramanujacharya's pastimes. So when Ramanujacharya once he was walking through the streets of Srirangam, at that time this Utsav Murti of Lord Raghunath was also going through the streets. So when the Lord is passing through, there was, people are playing musical instruments, people were dancing, some people were singing bhajans and glorifying the Lord. Big hullabaloo going on over there. And Ramanujacharya noticed that there was one man who was very focused, but he was not focused on the Lord. He was holding an umbrella over a woman's head and he was looking very lovingly into her eyes. और उसको इतना सब जो गजबज चल रहा है बाजू में उसको नोटिस भी नहीं हो रहा है. So he's focused on her. He's just looking at her. So Ramanujacharya, he sees, he says that, he tells his disciples, please go and call him. Who is this person? He is the Dhanurdas, he's from the neighboring village. He's a wrestler, a very powerful man. Please call him. So they go to call Dhanurdas. They tap him on the shoulder. उसको समझ में भी नहीं आता कि कोई टैप कर रहा है पीछे से. He's like so focused on that lady. He's looking at her. He's so focused. They're tapping her to really shake him to catch his attention. And finally they catch his attention. He said, Acharya wants to meet you. Said, me? Are you sure? Me? Say, yeah, Acharya wants to meet you. Then he goes to meet the Acharya. He goes to meet Ramanujacharya. Then we know the rest of the story that Ramanuja tells him that if I show you, he says, what are you so focused? He said, this woman's eyes are so beautiful that there is nothing else in this world besides her eyes. There's nothing else compares to the beauty of her eyes. I can't take my eyes off. So then Ramanujacharya tells him that if I show you something that is more beautiful than her eyes, will you surrender? He says, yes. So the next day, he calls him for Aarti, and when he prays to the Lord, and the Lord reveals his beauty of his eyes to Dhanurdas, and Dhanurdas immediately is overwhelmed and he surrenders. The point is that how he was so determinedly looking at that woman ki और कुछ नजर नहीं आता, because that focus is there. So the devotees of Jagannath Puri, they are equally focused कि इस रास्ते से आने वाले चैतन्य महाप्रभु. They are focused. The devotees of Braja, the devotees of Vrindavan, every day when Krishna would go to the forest for Gaya Charani, he would go to the forest. And he would go to the forest, and that time all the Brajvasis, they would keep looking at him till he vanishes from the sight. And the dust which is flying, because he's going with so many cows, that dust, till that dust, last grain of dust settles down, till then they keep looking. And in the evening also, they are not focused on anything else. It's just focused, he's going to come now. And बाकी कुछ और disturbance नहीं चाहिए. Just that Krishna is going to come now. That kind of focus. When Krishna went to Hastinapur during the war, because for a long time he was away from Dwarka. He went away, went to Hastinapur. When he was leaving again, Kunti Maharaj tells him, please stay. Again he stays. Right? So after a very long time, it is described in Bhagavatam, when he was going back to Dwarka, the devotees Dwarka, now imagine they also have been with Krishna for what 70-80 years they have lived with him. Every day they see his darshan. Every day they, with great love, they see him coming out of his palace, entering the royal sabha, and doing whatever he is doing there. Every day they get to see. And suddenly he's not there for a year and a half. It's like too much. I experienced this. I was in Srirangam last month. end of March, Srirangam and Rameshwaram, Madurai, a small group of devotees had gone there. So the people who live in the temple town, Jaipur, Srirangam, Vrindavan, all these places are like temple towns. The whole city is organized around the temple. Especially Srirangam is like that. Every day people go for darshan. Every day. मतलब उनका ऐसा कुछ और कुछ उनको स्ट्राइक नहीं होता है कि यार ये कुछ और भी कर सकते हैं हम लोग इधर नहीं दैट इज देयर फोकस दैट इज देयर डिटर्मिनेशन टू टेक दर्शन ऑफ द लॉर्ड एंड दे विल वेट फॉर आवर्स इफ इट नीड बी ऐसा नहीं कि अरे रोज जाते हैं आज फेस्टिवल है आज नहीं जाएंगे फेस्टिवल में भीड़ होता है ना देयर इज मोर क्राउड इन द फेस्टिवल so people like us, Mumbai people, will be very practical. If every day, we got to see the darshan of the Lord, on festival day we'll be practical. It will be too much crowd. Today we won't go. We'll go tomorrow when there's less crowd. On festival day also they will wait hours in the queue because they have to take this. That kind of love. So when the Lord was away, right, the devotees were like this Chataka birds. Our topic today was we said determination like a Chataka bird. Okay, so let's talk about it. What is this Chataka bird? So yeah. So when he was away, the devotees were like this Chataka bird. Chataka bird is certainly a bird which does not drink water from a water reservoir. It doesn't go to a lake and drink water. It doesn't go to a river and drink water. It only drinks water that comes from the rain cloud. Fresh, pure water that comes from the rain cloud. And it is not satisfied with anything else. Any reservoir of water, it will not accept any water except that which is falling from the cloud. Therefore, what is the regular pose of the Chataka bird? Its head is always turned upwards. Its head is always turned towards the cloud and it will never look down on anything on this earth to quench its thirst. This is the characteristic of the Chataka bird. So let us try to discuss that what is the characteristic of this determination of the Chataka bird to only drink water that is coming from the cloud, and how do we recognize its connection with bhakti, the determination of the Chataka bird. So, like the Chataka bird, if a devotee wants to become, supremely dear to Krishna, we have to also have the consciousness of this Chataka bird. So it is described that we should also always keep like this intense and exclusive attention that the Chataka bird has, like the devotees we just now discussed they have. If we can also keep this intense, exclusive devotion towards Krishna, our consciousness fixed on Krishna, we should know that our service to Krishna and love for Krishna is the only actual satisfaction of the soul. See, many of us have lived, for 40, 50, 70, 80, 90 years also. We have a 90-year-old also here. And our father is 87 years old. We have lived for so many years. In any of these years, let's say I am 53. Okay. In any of these 53 years, can we put our hand on our heart and say, I didn't try to enjoy this year? Can we say, this full year I didn't do Baba any enjoyment. I was living very, very austere life. I didn't even seek any pleasure. If it came to me, I accepted. But I never went searching for it. It just came, okay, I just took it. But I never went searching. Can we say, honestly, even 1 year, 1 month of our life, 1 day of our life, can we say, 1 hour of our life, can we say that I was not seeking pleasure? We are always seeking pleasure. But इतना pleasure seek करके भी, इतना सब fight मार के भी, do we get happiness? Do we feel satisfied from within? You may watch some video, and it gives you some satisfaction. You see something and you feel like, this is good. You may eat some food, some, very, very esoteric, exotic, and very nicely arranged. आजकल वो plating बोलते हैं उसको. Plate के ऊपर ऐसा अच्छे से ऐसा design मार के, they make it look very attractive. Quantity इतना ही रहेगा, but वो देखने में बहुत अच्छा रहता है. But when you eat it, that satisfaction that we have, it is only till the point we eat it. Actually, the whole pleasure and anticipation is what gives you pleasure. But when you actually eat it, mostly we are disappointed. हम लोग बहुत desperate होते कि नहीं, थोड़ा और थोड़ा खाऊं, I'll eat little more, maybe I'll get more taste, I'll enjoy more. But we don't feel satisfied. इतना फाइट मार के भी, जिंदगी भर फाइट मार के भी, trying to enjoy, there is no enjoyment. So the acharyas tell us that only the service of the Lord, service to Krishna and love for Krishna, is the only satisfaction of the soul. The soul doesn't feel satisfaction. Body may get some satisfaction, but that satisfaction doesn't last. But if the soul is satisfied because of getting connected with Krishna, that is a true satisfaction. So therefore our acharyas explain, it is, we know this theoretically. Theory में अपने को ये सब मालूम है that we should not accept anything of the world except that which is connected to Krishna. We also, like the Chataka bird, we should not look down for contentment, for peace, for security towards any of the rivers, ponds, or lakes, which are all promises of Maya. Maya is telling you, buy these clothes, you will be happy. Use this cosmetics, you will be happy. Eat this food, you will be happy. ये प्लेन प्रसाद खा के आपको satisfaction नहीं मिलेगा, अभी घर जाके कुछ और खाओ. Our minds are always pushing us to enjoy more. But we should be determined. More and more we should be determined, like the Chataka bird, that Baba, मेरे को ये सब नहीं चाहिए. मिल गया तो मैं ना नहीं. I'm not saying no. I'm not saying we give up the world, we renounce the whole world and just take shelter of Krishna. That is meant, maybe 1 in a million will do something like that, But actively using every ounce of our energy, every minute of our time to somehow find enjoyment. That is what we seem to be doing. So actually we need to be very determined, like the Chataka bird. You see our previous acharyas also. They set this example for us. We say, take the example of Ramanujacharya himself. So Ramanujacharya, if you read his story, it's a tough life. Okay, even Ramanujacharya, even the acharyas don't have an easy life. None of our acharyas, any of our acharyas, किसी का भी life easy नहीं था, कोई भी नहीं. Rupa Goswami, he had to run away. Sanatana Goswami was arrested. Then he had to run away. And they lived a very austere life in Vrindavan. And they just had instructions from the Lord. Excavate the holy places, write books, build temples. They did it. They just followed the order of the Lord and it happened. But their life was not easy. It's quite difficult. So Ramanujacharya, we see, he wanted to take initiation from Yamunacharya. But before he reached, Yamunacharya had already left this world. Then he takes initiation from Mahapurna. And then Mahapurna told him that you go to Goshtipurna. Goshtipurna is in this place called Tirupati. So you go there, it's not very far from here, from Srirangam. You go there and you approach him because he's a very, very wonderful devotee. He's a great, great scholar of the scriptures. And he will give you this mantra which will give you love of God. So you go there. So Ramanujacharya goes walking all the way to Tirupati. And when he meets Goshtipurna, Goshtipurna is also a disciple of Ramanujacharya. And Goshtipurna says, sorry, he turns him away. I cannot give you. Then he comes again after some time and he again begs and again he pushes him away. So like this, many times he comes and Goshtipurna tells him, I have not received instructions from the Lord. Then he actually, what happens is once when he visits Srirangam, Goshtipurna visits Srirangam, one of the local priests, hears from the Lord, he speaks the voice of the Lord and he tells Goshtipurna that this person is a pure devotee, he is my pure devotee, you should give him initiation. The Lord directly gives instruction to Goshtipurna. Still Goshtipurna doesn't give it because he feels that no, this mantra is only meant for the purest of the pure people. And no, I don't think, even after hearing the Lord, he's also very determined that मैं नहीं दूंगा. And Ramanujacharya is so determined, he keeps going and 18 times he goes. 18 times. And he in his mind is thinking, Ramanujacharya is thinking that I am definitely the most fallen soul on this entire creation, that I am not getting the mercy of my Guru. So he actually breaks down and starts crying. And then this news reaches Goshtipurna. And then Goshtipurna feels compassion. He says, okay, you come and I'll give you. So again, when Ramanujacharya goes to this Tirupati, he meets with Goshtipurna. And Goshtipurna tells him that, see, this mantra that I'm going to give you, this is the purest of the pure mantras. And it is not to be given to anybody. मतलब आपको भी मैंने इतना रुला रुला के दिया है basically. So it's not a very ordinary thing that you can just give it to anybody. So I'm giving you this mantra. If you chant this mantra will immediately, at the end of your life, you will go directly to Vaikuntha. The local devotee, he was explaining that this is the Lord. Pehle he's dancing, then he's lying down. Then to convince people, he sits, and then still they're not surrendering, so he stands. Fight marte Bhagwan. So that temple he went. So he goes to the top floor of that temple, and from there he calls everybody. He says, everyone please come. I am going to give you a very valuable thing. There is nothing more valuable than this in the entire creation. So he calls everybody, and everyone comes with great anticipation. Something wonderful is going to come. And Ramanujacharya, he tells them that I'm going to give you this mantra. By chanting this mantra, you will be immediately purified, and at the end of your life, you will go back to Vaikuntha. All of you, however sinful you may be, you should do this. You should hear this. So he goes and he loudly, imagine the whole village of Tirupati has accumulated there. And he tells them, now everyone chant after me. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Narayanaya. Again, second time he says loudly, Om Namo Narayanaya. And third time he loudly says, Om Namo Narayanaya. So loudly, imagine, see, here only few of you are there and you all are chanting. Imagine the whole of Chembur gets together and start chanting. Then obviously everyone in Chembur will know who chal raha hai. So the sound is so loud that it reaches Goshtipurna. Goshtipurna comes to know, and then he meets Ramanujacharya goes to meet him. Now imagine, मतलब गुरु अवज्ञा किया तो डायरेक्टली मिलने ही चला गया. So Goshtipurna is seething with anger. He's very angry. He says, "Why have you come to show me your sinful face? I told you specifically this mantra is not to be given to anybody, And you have gone and given it to everybody. मतलब एक तो किसी को दिया तो सबको दे दिया. मतलब without seeing qualification, you just give it to everybody. Will rot in hell for countless lifetimes. Curses it. After Ramanujacharya hears this, he apologizes that Gurudev, I'm sorry I did this, but you told me that this mantra is so powerful that by even once chanting it, people will go back to Godhead. Even the sinful people will go back to Godhead. So I felt that why not give it to everyone? And if because of that one insignificant soul like me will go to hell forever for countless lifetimes, it's a small price to pay. It's a very small price to pay. So I'm okay, let me go to hell, but let these people be delivered. Goshtipurna hears this. He immediately pays obeisances to Ramanujacharya. He says, I am not your guru, you are my guru from today. Today you are my guru. Ramanujacharya, no, he says, immediately he pays obeisances. No, Gurudev, you are my guru, eternally you are my guru. But this beautiful pastime shows determination Ramanujacharya had. 18 times, that is 17 times he was rejected, and 18th time he got this mantra. What determination he had, like the Chataka word, कि नहीं मुझे ये चाहिए मतलब चाहिए. मतलब बच्चे कोई बच्चे लोग जो डर जाते हैं ना, मतलब वो लेट जाते जमीन पे कि मेरे को चाहिए मतलब चाहिए, and they will not get up till they get what they want. We can learn from these children, we can learn from these acharyas how determined they are to receive the mercy of the Lord, and they want nothing else, doesn't want, not satisfied anything. And after that, see his determination in giving it to everybody. He is equally determined that I want to give this mercy what I have received. See, the acharyas never think from their own selfish perspective. They are always thinking that how can I give what I have received more and more people. That is why we have ISKCON today. ISKCON as an organization is, succeeded because Srila Prabhupada had that mood of giving bhakti to everyone. Everyone. And his disciples accept the same mood, and his grand disciples are doing the same thing. That how do we give bhakti to everybody like that? Then we see even the Guru of Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He also similarly, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, who was the father of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he himself was an acharya. He could have very easily initiated his own son, but it will not be taken so seriously. So he said, you take initiation from Gaurkishor babaji Maharaj. Now, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur at that time was well known as one of the greatest living scholars of all time. A tremendous scholar. If you have read, how many of you have read Brahma Samhita, the book? Yeah, Mataji at the back. If you have read Brahma Samhita, so Brahma Samhita, the translation and purport, उसका English समझने को ही ऐसा bouncer जाता है. It is like so heavy English. A real scholar, English scholar, Sanskrit scholar, and he was taking shelter of a guru who was illiterate and couldn't even sign his own name. Gaurkishor babaji Maharaj was completely illiterate. Now he approached Gaurkishor babaji Maharaj and said that, Gurudev, I would like to take shelter from you. I would like to take initiation from you. So he turned him away. He said, no, I am not qualified to give initiation to anybody. So you go away from here. Then he comes back again after some time. He says, no, I don't want to give initiation to anyone. First is I am not qualified. I don't want to give also initiation to anybody. Then again he comes. He says, no, I have not consulted Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu को मैंने अभी तक consult नहीं किया है, तो sorry, you go back. Then again he comes. Then he says that, just learning because you are so scholarly, learning and good conduct, right, that doesn't qualify one for initiation. So sorry, I will not give you. Again he goes back. So it is described again, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur also, so many times he approaches Gaurkishor babaji Maharaj. And finally, his heart is turned by seeing the sincerity, by seeing the determination of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, that this person is not just doing a formality. He really wants to take shelter. So finally, he gives him initiation. We see Narottam Das Thakur and Loknath Goswami. Same story again. Similar. There's so many stories, in our ISKCON stories, our ISKCON history. We can see so many stories. And Narottam Das Thakur also, he approached Loknath Goswami to take initiation. Now, you have to understand, Loknath Goswami was a direct associate of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, right, in Navadvip. And then he had taken sannyas and he was living in Vrindavan. Now, Narottam Das Thakur approaches Loknath Goswami. Now, who is Narottam Das Thakur? पहला ये भी समझना जरूरी है. See, like these people who are approaching like this with so much determination, like that Chataka, but मुझे और कुछ नहीं चाहिए, मुझे यही चाहिए, right? So, who are these people? Ramanujacharya was chosen Acharya. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was like, Simha Guru. He was like such a powerful personality. Narottam Das Thakur, who is he? When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was, at the Padma river with all the devotees, suddenly he started raising his arms and saying, Narottam, Narottam, Narottam. He started chanting the names of Narottam. And everyone wondering, who is this Narottam? Because they didn't have any Narottam amongst them. So they're wondering, Narottam kaun hai? So then the devotees understood that maybe some great devotee is going to come in the future by the name of Narottam. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes into the river Padma and he deposits love for Krishna, prema, Krishna prem. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yeah. So he deposits Krishna prem as Rohar and tells the personified river that when many years later, on your banks, in this village, Narottam Das Thakur will be born. He will come and take bath in your river. That time, you have to give him this love of Krishna. So, Padma river, the goddess, she asked Lord Chaitanya, how will I know that this is Narottam? Many people come and take bath every day. मुझे कैसे पता चलेगा कि ये नरोत्तम दास ठाकुर है? So Lord Chaitanya says, when this person enters your waters will flood over the bank. It will go beyond the river bank because of the ecstatic symptoms of this person. So many years later, when Narottam Das Thakur is born and he comes and takes bath in this river, then the river overfloods and he receives Krishna prem. From whom? From Padma river. Given by whom? Supreme Lord himself has given him Krishna prem. तो मतलब कौन इन्वॉल्व? कोई स्पेशली हुआ ना? Is obviously not some ordinary person. Now this person is approaching Loknath Goswami and asking for initiation. And Loknath Goswami says, sorry, I can't do it. I can't give you. I am not similar story. I am not qualified. I don't want to do this. I cannot do this. I refuse to do this. Again and again he keeps coming and coming and begging and begging and begging. But no, every time he keeps rejecting. Finally, he becomes so morose that looks like in this lifetime I will not receive the grace of the Guru. He's been told by Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu has told him to take a initiation from Loknath Goswami. Loknath Goswami is not giving the initiation. So kya kiya jaye? So finally, it is described that he goes every day morning. Loknath Goswami goes to Dushit and to perform his morning ablutions. So every morning before Loknath Goswami would come, he would clean that place very nicely with his hands. He would clean that place and make it very beautiful, very nice for his, his not his guru, his aspiring guru to come and perform his morning ablutions. In those days, bathroom, everything is the forest. So like that, this is what he was doing. So Loknath Goswami sees 2-3 times and he says that somebody is doing something with this. So then he waits in the night, he comes a little early and he sees that who is doing. He sees Narottam Das Thakur cleaning this place. No, he's cleaning the stool of his guru. God, what are you doing? First of all, Narottam Das Thakur, he's a prince. He's a prince of that place. So he's not even like some ordinary citizen. He's a prince. He has received Krishna Prem of Lord Chataka directly. And now he's doing such menial work which anybody can do what he's doing. So he, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? And then Narottam Das Thakur very humbly says that, no, this is my greatest privilege that I am able to do some insignificant menial service for my Guru. So then Prabhupada Goswami accepts it as that. So much determination. Our acharyas have shown. You see, Srila Prabhupada himself, forget 400-500 years back, we're saying, Srila Prabhupada himself, how much determination he showed. When he was facing all kinds of obstacles, when he decided to go to the US, somehow he got to know that there's a sponsor, this Agarwal, right? So he found that there's a sponsor that I'm getting. So then he became desperate. Okay, sponsor mil raha, visa mil raha, to ticket chahiye. Air ticket is out of question. At least by ship, let me go. He got to know that Sumati Morarji is a very, she has a shipping company and she is a very pious lady, so she may give. So he goes to Sumati Morarji and he starts begging from her that please give me a ticket. She says, no. She says, no, I can't give you a ticket. Not because she doesn't want to. She says, Swamiji, you are too old. 70 years old. You have never left India. वहाँ पे खाने पीने के लाले हैं, वहाँ पे ठंडी इतना है, you will die if you go there. No, I cannot allow you. And he would come every day. He would sit on the steps over there. Okay, I must meet. So the people would say, no, she is not available. See, I'll wait here. He would wait near the steps that I have to meet. Such determination कि नहीं मेरे को चाहिए. Extremely हालत में मेरे को I have to meet. Such determination he showed. Because he showed this determination, finally she said, "Chalo, take." But I am not very confident. She was not confident at all. She felt that he will not make it. And she was almost right. Srila Prabhupada suffered 2 heart attacks on the way. After reaching the New York, Boston Harbor, once he reached there, he's writing over there in his diary, I didn't know whether to turn left or to turn right. Imagine this situation. He's come to a foreign land with nothing, no money, no support, nothing he's got. But he's come there with great determination because his guru has given him that order. That go preach the message of Lord Chaitanya in English language in the Western countries. He's gone with great determination, but no idea what is going to happen. And he goes there, and for 1 year he was struggling. No support. Neither God brothers supported him, neither the local people supported him. For 1 year he struggled. Finally, then some disciples came together. That's how ISKCON started in 1966. 65 he went. 1966. So now we're going to celebrate the 60th anniversary. Diamond Jubilee. Diamond Jubilee. 60th को Diamond Jubilee बोलते हैं. हाँ? नहीं 1966 से अभी is 60 years like that. So 70 years is Diamond. Platinum बोलते हैं. जो भी है. Diamond Jubilee, Platinum Jubilee, जो भी है. So 60 years, right? But if he had not shown that determination of the Chataka world, she must have told him, "Yaar, tum yahi Vrindavan mein ho, wahi pe preach karo na. Why you want to go all the way there?" No Vrindavan, nothing. He was very comfortable actually in Vrindavan. He had great respect there. He had nice facilities there, living in the Radha Damodar temple. in front of the Samadhi of Guru Goswami, Radha Damodar Bhagwan, very beautiful. Good facilities in there. But like the Chataka bird, मुझे ये कुछ भी नहीं चाहिए, मुझे ticket दो. Because he showed that determination of the Chataka bird, we are sitting here today and talking big things. Because if Prabhupada had not shown that determination, we wouldn't. Like there is that bhajan, Jadi Gaur na hoy to, tabe ki hoy to, Emone Dharitam de, Radhar Mahima, Prema Rasa Sima, Jagata Jane to ke. And then one of the disciples of Prabhupada has modified this bhajan, said, Jadi Prabhupada na hoy to, tabe ki hoy to. If Prabhupada was not there, what would have happened? How would we understand the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? How would we know what is Bhakti? How would we know what is Bhagavad Gita? All these stories, Narottam Das Thakur, Loknath Goswami, nothing we would know. We would be sitting with our phones whole day. We are anyway sitting, but even what remaining time, that also we would be sitting with our phones only. What else we would do? One person showed determination. That's why we are able to enjoy the benefits of what he has done. So, in the same way, like we learn from our acharyas, we should also try to keep our attention always waiting for the mercy of Krishna. There will be many setbacks, and this is what is called Ananya Bhava. That Ananya, nothing else. That I want this mercy. That is a determination that's necessary. And when we have that kind of determination in our life, then Krishna will reveal himself. See, sometimes we feel, no, yeah, Prabhuji, kitna saal ho gaya. So many years I am chanting Hare Krishna. मतलब कुछ ऐसा प्यूरिफिकेशन तो दूर दूर तक संबंध नहीं है. हमारा तो उल्टा डायरेक्शन में गाड़ी जा रहे हैं. Not making any progress. We feel that way. But that is because we don't have that determination. हम लोग उतना determination से नहीं कर रहे. We're doing. We may be doing our sadhana. We may be coming to program. But कैसे? एक बार आए, एक बार नहीं आए. एक बार आए, दो बार नहीं आए. एक बार आए, चार बार नहीं आए. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? किसको दिखता है कि मैं आई कि नहीं आई, मैं आया कि नहीं? How what difference does it make to anybody whether I came or not? We are not determined. There's this story, that once a king announced that we will do Abhishek of Lord Shiva tomorrow. बड़ा शिवलिंग है किंगडम में, तो हम लोग अभिषेक करेंगे. सब लोग अपना अपना लोटा दूध लेके आओ और बड़े लोटे के अंदर डाल दो. So everyone comes with a lota and puts it into the bada lota. Next morning when they open the bada lota, it is full of water. There's not one drop of milk in it. एक बूंद भी दूध नहीं है, सिर्फ पानी है. क्यों? क्योंकि सब लोग सोच रहे थे कोई और ना, सब लोग तो दूध डाल रहे हैं, मेरे पानी डालने से क्या फर्क पड़ता है? क्या फर्क पड़ता है? But this is the point that we as devotees, we are all thinking कि अरे my Guru Maharaj is doing na, he will take me back to Godhead. अरे प्रभु जी is doing na, अपन चैतन्य प्रभु is doing ना, तो वो उनके मर्सी से मैं भी डिलीवर हो जाऊंगा. Which is true, it is not untrue, but we also have to put our own efforts. If we don't put our own efforts in our sadhana, we are lax. When we are chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, we are not attentive. When we have to come to program and hear Hari Katha, we are lax. We are very casual. Kabhi aaye, kabhi nahi aaye. When we have to, where it is concerning prasad also we are very lax. When we are offering food, we are not offering properly. We are not putting the effort of offering properly. ऐसे ही फटाफट निकालो जो कोई चीज sincerely determination से नहीं कर रहे. And then they're wondering when will Krishna reveal himself? Krishna is standing in front of you, waiting for you to become sincere. Right? So before Krishna reveals himself, he tests us. परीक्षा लेते. Because we should not look into Krishna will throw these tests at us, Maya will throw these tests at us. He will give us wealth, he will give us family, nice family, he will give us prestige. सोसाइटी इस्कॉन सोसाइटी में एकदम प्रेस्टीज आ जाएगा कि वो सीनियर डिवोटी है, वैष्णव है, बहुत अच्छा वैष्णव है, सब लोग देख के पहला के पैर छुएंगे, अच्छा वैष्णव, he'll give you prestige, he'll give you honor, give you position, give you wealth, he'll give you beautiful husband, beautiful wife, all these things he will provide. Long life, so many things he can give for our own satisfaction, right? But if we get distracted by these things, then what? You're not like that Chataka bird. Chataka bird, see, we are living in Grihastha life, so these things will be there in our life. Nobody is saying that we run away from our responsibilities. You're a husband, you have to perform the duty of husband. You're a wife, you have to perform duty of wife, mother, sister, daughter, granddaughter, mother-in-law, sister-in-law, daughter, सब कुछ करना पड़ता है. Our duties we have to do, right, in a very responsible and proper way in the service of Krishna. No doubt about that. But where should our attention be? Upwards. Our attention is always upwards, towards the lotus feet of Krishna. While we may have so many duties, so many things in our life, but at least while we are doing our sadhana, at least when there is an opportunity to come here and take darshan of the Supreme Lord, what fortune! I mean, I'm just thinking, while I was taking darshan before coming here, in South India, these beautiful temples are there. These kind of things, Narsingh Dev is there. There was one temple we went, it was huge Narsingh Dev, huge, and he's in that, what is that post called? Veerasan. He's like a Veerasan. Unique, beautiful temple. और बाहर से उनका वो जो अलग-अलग colors में रहते हैं ना, deities, छोटा-छोटा चीज रहता है. So those that temple is here for us in Chembur. तो कहीं जाने का भी जरूरत नहीं, इधर ही भगवान खड़े. It's so fortunate. We come here, we take darshan, we come here, we hear katha. It is fortune, it is great fortune that we have. But what do we choose to do? ठीक है यार, मैंने पानी का कलश डाल दिया, क्या फर्क पड़ता? बाकी लोग तो डाल ही रहे ना दूध. If I don't come, क्या फर्क पड़ेगा? पड़ता है, makes a difference. 10 people come versus 40 people come, it makes a big difference. Like that. So we should keep our attention fixed towards the lotus feet of the Lord, towards the cloud of Krishna's mercy, like the Chataka bird is always focused on the cloud. When will the cloud give me water? That Chataka bird is willing to starve. It is because it will not it will die of thirst, but it will not accept anything else. So the Lord also tests, as I said, before he gives his mercy, before he gives that drop of water, sometimes he sends thunder, which is all kinds of problems come in our life, in our spiritual life, in our material life. Thunder can come. So the insincere person will do what? बहुत मुश्किल है यार, I cannot do this. One day, I should look elsewhere. Maybe I should go home. Sometimes there is lightning, when the Chataka bird is flying in the sky, waiting for a drop to fall. Thunder is sound, but lightning bolt can hit the Chataka bird. But even if it is struck on the head, that Chataka bird, it can cause that bird severe anguish and pain, but he will still never take shelter of the water of this. तो नहीं चाहिए, वो लाइटनिंग भी उसको मंजूर है, उसको थंडर भी मंजूर है, बट वो फिक्स डिटर्मिनेशन में रहेंगे, दृढ़ संकल्प, looking up and praying, when will that drop of water come? So whatever thunder or lightning comes, that bird just accepts, this is my karma, this is my purification. I deserve much worse. Therefore, I want this purification so that I can be qualified to receive this mercy of the Lord, like that. So, one second. Yeah. So, some reason my laptop is not operating. I need to be very determined. It's not working. Uh, means- Yeah. So we see the same kind of determination in Maharaj Pratapa Rudra also. Everyone knows the story of Maharaj Pratapa Rudra. Very, very powerful. See, our whole parampara is full of stories of difficulties. ना कहीं पे भी आपको ऐसा स्मूथ सेलिंग कहीं पे भी नहीं मिलता है कृष्ण भक्ति और any endeavor worth doing in this world will require you to struggle any endeavor इवन आपको लाइक प्रभु जी कोचेस क्रिकेटर्स आपको क्रिकेटर बनना है बिना स्ट्रगल के नहीं पॉसिबल है कितना भी टैलेंटेड क्यों ना हो कितना भी कनेक्शंस क्यों ना हो स्ट्रगल तो है have to study see like we see Sachin Tendulkar and he was super talented but he slogged now his son is super connected but not so talented तो कितना भी फाइट मारे नहीं हो रहा है Yeah. So this is life. Any endeavor worth attaining requires determination. So Pratapa Maharaj we see much. When he sees Chaitanya Mahaprabhu first time, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya tells him, this is the Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord. Can I get an audience as a king? So he organizes. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, all the devotees come from Bengal. He organizes for them to stay, their food, their everything is taken care of perfectly. By whom? By Pratapa Maharaj. Ramanand Rai, who was working for Pratapa Maharaj, he relieves him. He said, you go stay with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he gives him pension. He said, go, you're relieved. So this person who is so very humble, he's not like a regular king, he's like a real Rajarishi. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu refuses to meet. So I will not meet a king, he's a Vishay. These people are Vishay, they are engaged in material things. I will not meet him. He is literally begging that once I want, And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells, so all the devotees, they know that, he's a very sincere devotee. They come and थोड़ा petition करते हैं Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, देखो, बहुत इच्छा है उसको, बस आप दूर से भी दर्शन दे दो, okay, he's happy with that. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, no. Then when they push him a little bit more, he says, see, if you push me in this more, no, I will leave Jagannath Puri and go away. You will decide. Go away. So then again, alag tarike se they try, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu keeps rejecting him. Finally, someone suggests that can you at least meet his son? Meet his son. So he meets his son and he embraces his son. So then Pratap Maharaj feels little pain, but still usko nahi mil raha hai. He's not getting it. Not getting. Then during the Rath Yatra is happening. Pratap Maharaj is actually sweeping in front of the Rath, the Lord, with his broom. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sees this and he's very pleased. But still, he maintains his distance. He says, no, sannyasi cannot associate with these kings. Because they are Vishay and materialistic people. I will not. So, keeping with the propriety of a sannyasi, he refuses to meet it. And then what happens is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is dancing. When he's dancing in Kirtan, actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is dancing and Srivas Thakur is standing there. And behind Srivas Thakur, the king, you see, Srivas Thakur comes from Bengal. He doesn't know what king doing here. He is just ecstatically watching the dancing of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu amidst the Kirtan. And Pratap Maharaj and his servant Harichandan are standing behind Srivas Thakur. So Harichandran is trying to just tell Srivastava को साइड में हो जाओ, राजा को भी दर्शन देना है. Outside. But Srivastava is not even paying attention. Same like Dhanudas is so focused on seeing the Lord. Like yeah, that it's like not. And finally वो बार बार उनको पुश करने का तरीका, he tries to gently push Srivastava again and again. So Srivastava turns around, gives a tight slap to Harichandran. Then he goes back to taking darshan. No, Harichandran becomes actually angry कि बाबा मैं तो राजा की सेवा करना जा रहा हूँ, ठीक है, कौन है ये व्यक्ति, you know that. And then Pratapa Maharaj stops him. He says that no, you don't do this because he is the great devotee of the Lord. He has received the mercy of the Lord, and you have received his mercy. Lafa mila, but you have received his mercy. You are so fortunate. I am shy, but that's that. So he's like, you know, so he's in that very humble mood. And then once what happens is, during the dance, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu falls down. And Pratap Rudra Maharaj goes to lift him. And when he holds him to lift him, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu looks at him and says, oh no, I have been touched by a Vishay. You know, I have become contaminated. So imagine, मतलब किस level का आपको insult or rejection मिल रहा है. But he does not give up. He loses heart sometimes. Doesn't give up. Finally, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya tells him that after this kirtan is over, Lord will be very tired. He will go to Jagannath Vrindavan garden. So you go there dressed as an ordinary person, not as a king. And you go and massage his feet. There you will get to darshan. So finally he gets, after so many setbacks and so many difficulties, right? So this is the determination that we need to have if we want the darshan of the Lord. If we want the mercy of the Lord, we also need to have this determination. No vishaya vinivartante niraharasya tehina suvarjana supesya param drishma. This higher taste. We should always be seeking the higher taste. Unfortunately, our whole life we are seeking lower taste. As I said at the start, every waking minute of the day we are looking for sense gratification. It's very sad, but this is our state. Very little service, very little sadhana, mostly enjoyment. And even during sadhana, sometimes we get distracted into other things. It's very sad. But we should be seeking this higher taste, Krishna. And understanding that only Krishna can give me the soul, real satisfaction, only surrendering to Krishna and receiving his mercy. This is the main purpose of my life. The Chataka word that there will be so many things going on, so many things going on around the Chataka word. There's thunder, there's lightning, there are other birds that are floating around, maybe telling him, oh, you fool, you're wasting your time. देखो इतना पानी इधर पूरा लेक का लेक पड़ा है, तो एक बूंद के लिए बैठे हो, बूंद के चक्कर में आपको इतनी बार लाइटनिंग हिट हो गया, इतनी बार थंडर हैज attacked you, and you are just like a fool waiting there. So many people who will discourage you. Your own mind will discourage you when you try to take shelter of Krishna, when you try to go deeper, when you try to become like that Chataka word, you try to become determined. So many people will discourage you. But this is my main purpose. I will look nowhere else. We have to get to that point in our life if we really want the mercy of God. Otherwise, we won't get it. So, how do we develop this kind of determination? Any thoughts? How can we develop this kind of determination? Any thoughts? Anyone like to share? How can we become so determined? ये बोलना तो बहुत आसान है कि इतना डिटरमिन बनो तो ही मिलेंगे कृष्ण, कष्ट करने से ही कृष्ण मिलते हैं. हाँ, सुना है ना हमने? How we can become so determined? एसोसिएशन में कहाँ मिलेगा? एसोसिएशन कहाँ मिलता है? सत्संग में मिलता है. Yeah, so that means you have to come to the satsang. Oh my God, पड़ेगा. पहले आते थे, अभी नहीं आते, अभी आना चालू करो. So we need to come to the satsang. If we come, see what is happening when we want to come. Suppose ऐसा नहीं किसी को आना नहीं है, आना चाहते हैं, at the last minute चाह गया कि नहीं, my grandson want to play with me, मेरा थोड़ा my knee is hurting today, आज घंटा आ रहा है, आज जाने का मन नहीं कर रहा है. There will be so many reasons that may come, right? But with determination, if we get up and say, I need to be purified. I am such a fallen soul. I need to be purified. I must go. So, there are people who are sometimes, some people who are coming here are twice our age, 2 times. They come with determination, right? So, when we come with what charana determination we have, and we come here and we associate with those who have 2000 रुपए का determination, थोड़ा हम पे भी ऐसा वो rub off हो जाता है. When we associate with determined devotees, we also become determined. Another way to expand our determination is what? Reading Srila Prabhupada's books. When we read his books, we keep hearing. See, if we hear Srila Prabhupada's lectures, we read Srila Prabhupada's books. What does it? Again and again, bro, keep trying the same point again with different analogies. Alag analogies are unique. I hear Srila Prabhupada's lecture in the morning sometimes. एक छोटा छोटा 7-8 मिनट का आता है मेरे पास. It comes to me, so I hear it. Every lecture he says something that's unique. He says the same thing, but there is some unique analogy or example or some story or something he'll tell which you have never heard before. अभी हम लोग भी 30 साल से भक्ति में, but फिर भी something that Prabhupada says is transcendental. He says something that's unique. But if you keep hearing, keep reading his books, what does that do? It convinces us of what is important in life. We are convinced that IPL is important. We are convinced that ये मेरा मेकअप ठीक से होना चाहिए. We are convinced कि ये मील एकदम परफेक्ट होना चाहिए, सब्जी इधर का उधर नहीं होना चाहिए, परफेक्ट होना चाहिए. We are convinced that all these things are important. But when we keep hearing, we hear from the books of Srila Prabhupada, we read from books of Srila Prabhupada, when we hear lectures of our Guru, if you are initiated, of our Guru, if you are not initiated, whoever they are aspiring. When we hear regularly, what happens? It convinces us of what is important. And that coupled with sincere, unadulterated sadhana. See, sadhana, it is very unforgiving. Or not unforgiving, not a good word, but it is very, in one sense, sadhana expose कर देता है अपने. You know what I mean? If you're doing good sadhana, वो आपको expose कर देता है. मतलब आप immediately you will feel a difference in your spiritual life. You're doing good sadhana. But if you're doing bad sadhana, वो bad sadhana भी आपको expose कर देता है. You will immediately see that प्रोग्राम में आने का मन नहीं कर रहा है, मेरे को कोई सेवा करने का मन नहीं कर रहा है. I will only do what I like to do. I don't want to do anything else. Immediately sadhana exposes us. But if you are doing sincere, unadulterated sadhana, मतलब कोई मिलावट नहीं है उसमें. जपा कर रहे तो जपा कर रहे, कभी कोई फोन नहीं है हाथ में. कथा सुन रहे तो कथा सुन रहे, तभी भी नोटिफिकेशन नहीं दे, एकदम फोकस. Unadulterated sadhana, unadulterated seva, if we do, that gives us strength and determination to achieve what is important. You may hear what is important from the books of Srila Prabhupada, from lectures. You may hear what is important, you will be convinced. But to do it, when you do it, it gives you strength and determination. नहीं किया तो भी strength and determination नहीं आता, but किया तो आता है. So it's very powerful. Sadhana and seva These are very powerful to get it. You may say that I need determination to do good sadhana. But पहला determination दो मेरे को, फिर बाद में I will do good sadhana. ऐसा mind में convince you like that. Like बच्चे लोग को बोलते हैं, like small children sometimes you tell them, hey बेटा, you need to have more willpower. ऐसा थोड़ी होता है. Papa, I am not born with willpower. You are born with willpower. Nobody is born with willpower. Willpower is a muscle. More you use it, stronger it becomes. Determination is a muscle. More you use it, better it gets. एक दिन determination से बैठ के 16 वाला एक शॉट में करके देखो. Next day it's very easy to do it. But every day if you chant, तोड़ के, मर के, रो के chanting किया, फिर आपका रोज ऐसे ही chanting रहेगा. If you chant sincerely, it's not that difficult. Like that. So hearing regularly and then doing what you have heard, sincere, unadulterated sadhana service gives us the strength. And we should not link this determination to any event. मतलब ये हो जाए बस, उसके बाद I will be very determined in my seva. I will be very determined in my sadhana. I will be very regular in the program. हो जाए, ये व्यक्ति का प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाए, ये मेरा घर में क्लेश चल रहा है ये चला जाए, मेरा थोड़ा हेल्थ इंप्रूव हो जाए, वो हो जाए, ये हो जाए. Don't link this determination. The Chataka word doesn't link its determination to receive that mercy to anything. Just that's the goal. So same way, we should just make it the goal of our life. Like this Chataka word, make it the goal of our life to please Guru, please the Vaishnavas. By serving them in whatever service comes to you. You say, ये सब सेवा मैं नहीं कर सकती, मैं नहीं कर सकता है, this is beneath me. No. Whatever service comes to please the Guru, to please Vaishnava, because we can please Krishna only by pleasing the Lord. We can please the Lord only by pleasing Vaishnava. We don't have direct access to Krishna, we don't. But if we sincerely do our sadhana, sincerely serve the Vaishnava, then the Lord will be pleased. This determination that is needed to receive the mercy of the Lord, we can get it. You don't have to go to some esoteric place. यहीं पे अपने को मिल सकता है. You are so fortunate that you have such a beautiful temple where the Lord is just next door. So fortunate, Rudra Prabhu is one of the best speakers for अपना पूरा टेम्पल में धांसू स्पीकर है. He's such a good speaker. He's coming all the way from Radha Gopinath to Chembur. Not easy. आना जाना कितना difficult है. He's coming. They are also mentors. So connect with these devotees. Try to get connected with senior devotees, and that is what is the secret sauce to become determined. With that determination, you can receive the mercy of the Lord. I'll end with that. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srila Gurudev ki, Jai Gaur Premanandi. Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Any questions, comments, anybody? You would like to add something? Please. And it is only after the कर्जन्ति केचिदुता यं यं पश्यति तस्य तस्य दोषो मा ब्रूहि दीनं वद. The poet is begging of the Chataka Gaurkishor. Rere Chataka Savadana Gaurkishor, please hear me attentively. There are many clouds, but not all clouds will not cover me. It Garjanti, some just make thunder, and there are others who actually keep in the water supply. So yam Pashati, Tasya Tasya Purato, Madhuri Denam Vacha. Don't the beggars don't beg of every cloud. Some clouds will shower rain, some clouds just make noise thunder. So this is the poet's glorification of Chataka. Hare Hare. That was special. So, yeah, thinking of beggars, I just remembered. Actually, we are also beggars. ISKCON is full of beggars. Okay. We are all beggars because we are also begging for the mercy of the Lord. But somehow in ISKCON, sometimes we feel we are very privileged beggars. हम लोग को लगता है कि औकात वाला बेगर है, ठीक है. जैसा कि टेम्पल में ना, एक टेम्पल में बड़ा टेम्पल जो होता है जगन्नाथपुरी या ऐसा श्रीरंगम, देयर आर सम beggars that sit inside the temple, अंदर बैठे हैं, and there are some that are sitting outside the temple. तो उनका वो इलाका नहीं है. तो कोई beggars है जिनका इलाका मंदिर के अंदर है, and कोई beggars बाहर बैठे. So those who are sitting inside, they feel like, okay, we are like the privileged beggars here, great beggars. We feel something very proud. And those who are sitting outside, they are more desperate. कि यार कुछ तो मिल जाए, बिकॉज वहीं पे सब उनका जो दान देने का वहीं पे अंदर खत्म हो जाए, बाहर आके किससे मिलेगा, So sometimes we in ISKCON, we have received so much. We received so much mercy without any effort from our side. Srila Prabhupada, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu have given so much mercy to the most undeserving people, which is us. We are like those beggars that are inside the temple. So arrived आराम से मिल जाता है. But we should understand that we are privileged. That doesn't mean that we are beautified. We are not. We are not eligible to go back to Godhead. We are not eligible to receive the mercy of the Lord. Just because of Prabhupada's mercy, because of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, हम लोग उस मंदिर के अंदर भिखारी हैं. But हम भिखारी नहीं हैं. We are not some great priest or something like that. It's beggars. We still need the mercy of the Lord. Never forget that. Be determined, be focused. Yes, we will be distracted by the things that are going on in our life. Be determined. Focus on the prize, like the Chataka bird. And also, I like this Subhashana because it tells you that not all the clouds will give you water. Be focused on the clouds से पानी मिलने वाला है. वहीं पे shelter. Hare Krishna. Any other questions, comments, anybody? All right. So thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada ki, the Gurudev ki, entire Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari. We will do Kirtan for a few minutes.